Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Bennett Kribakar, and this is basically a college project I'm doing on explaining how the game physics in a wingsuit work. And if you by chance happen to watch this video and find this useful, yeah, you may continue to watch it. Now, with that being said, let's get on with this. So, game physics and wingsuit. Um, Now I'll get through the introduction. So, nah, if you remember when we were kids, everyone loved superheroes and superpowers, and if you notice closely, you can see that the most loved and the one power that fascinated kids and adults alike was the ability of light. Not just flying on big airplanes and using gadgets or wing gliders. I'm talking about the ability to fly freely like a bird. This dream is a reality now thanks to the invention of wingsuits. Wingsuit flying is basically a cross between skydiving and hang gliding. You do this by jumping off a plane at high altitude and basically gliding in the sky until you reach the ground. Of course, you can't reduce your speed while gliding, so you use a parachute to land with the wing glider. But between that time and the jump, between the time you jump and the time you open your parachute, the time you glide is the time you glide, the sky is yours to soar. Now, uh, the sky is yours to soar. Now, moving on. Uh, 1 second. Yeah. Now, moving on. Like this is a fun fact. Like if you fall slower, you can like fly farther the distance. So these are like speeds, an average speed at which a skydiver typically falls, and the distance he covers when he's moving at that speed. You can look at it if you want. Now, let me move on and explain to you about how the wingsuit aerodynamics work. So, explaining wingsuit aerodynamics is gonna like dip into the physics of flying a bit. So basically, what you see is flight is a careful relationship of four opposing forces. The first one being is gravity. Like the moment you jump out of the plane, you instantly feel it. It's the force that pulls you down. Then the one that makes you glide or makes you float in a sense is the opposing air pressure that hits against you. Uh, it's against your wingsuit actually to make you move upward a bit, and this is your lift. And if you can like angle this lift and the gravitational force pulling you down at less than a 180 degree, you will create a vector between them, between these two vectors, which will push you forward in the sky. And this force that pushes you is called the thrust force. And opposing the thrust force is the pressure acting against you on your surface area of your body, and this force is called the drag force. So the drag force is basically the force that depends on your surface area of your body or any object gliding against it. So the more surface area you give, the more drag force you experience, and the slower you move forward. And the lesser surface area you give, or like a more airfoil design to say, uh, the lesser drag force you experience. Now, moving on, here are some reference images on how the the aerodynamics work here. As you can see in the diagram, the uh, opposing forces act, and you move in the direction you want. Now, in the next slide, we will talk about how wingsuits are designed. Like you can't if wingsuits are if you are able to easily design wingsuits, it would have been achieved ages back. But Why were we able to do it now? Let's see about that. So there are several different wingsuit designs on the market, but they generally follow the same basic design. Wingsuits are constructed from highly durable fabrics with a few rigid parts. As the human body provides the framework for the membranous wing surface, the suit essentially transforms the human form into a full body wing, like a wing glider, which means the suit has feature as much as a horizontal surface as possible to become an efficient airfoil. The typical wingsuit design accomplishes this with the webbed wings surfaces between the legs and the arms, like that you see in Spider-Man or basically your basic wingsuit design. The force of opposing air inflates these membranes by pushing air through the inlets of the suit, helping to keep the airfoil semi-rigid through flight. This means that the flyer doesn't have to maintain a shape of the wing through sheer physical force alone, but also doesn't suffer limited mobility due to the rigid wing structure. The suit straps are secured to the flyer's body without obstructing the parachute, which helps him to land. Now, I'll show you a reference image of uh, the parts of a wingsuit. You basically have the wings, the spoilers, the ailerons, the flaps, elevator, and stabilizer. Now, why were we calling this project as game physics in a wingsuit? Now I will show you like how these physics are used in uh, in games. Excuse me. Moving on. Here's a clip of Saints Row reboot where this kind of wingsuit is used. Due to technical difficulties, we are not able to play the video. But if you would like, the link to this presentation will be in the descriptions. And for the references of these YouTube videos are here. And that would conclude my presentation. And I hope this was useful to you. And yeah, thank you.